Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremayne, and today I'm going to do your Days of Lives Week in Review for the week of April 26th to the 30th. But first, if you haven't done so, please take a minute to subscribe. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Please hit that like button so that YouTube knows to send more soap fans our way so the channel can continue to grow. We've reached the halfway point of 27,000, almost 600. So we're like 400 something people away from reaching that 28,000 goal. So going ahead, now's a great time to subscribe. We also have a membership where you get early access to videos, shout outs, articles throughout the week telling you what's going on in the soap world. And now we're going to get to this weekend review. So Lonnie and Eli try to get it on, but they keep getting interrupted. So that's how Monday started. Gabby tried to force herself to do it with Philip, but she couldn't stop thinking about Jake, probably because he's real creepy. Paulina catches on to Xander and Chanel's scam when Chanel slips up and says that they're going to split the money, which I think this whole Chanel and Xander getting married, this has some pretty funny moments in it, but the payoff is not worth it. After Paulina says she don't want nothing to do with Chanel and she's not paying him anything, she exits, and so Xander agrees to divorce Chanel because ain't no money in it, and he even gets his ring back. Paulina announces that she's leaving town for 2 weeks and then she's moving to Salem permanently. She tells the babies a secret, but the audience does not hear what she tells the babies. Rumor mill is that she's Lonnie's real mother, but let's see if that's what it really is or if that's just a rumor. Kate figures out that Susan is Kristen and ends up back in the Demir wine cellar. Chloe tries to find a way to help Lucas with his brain tumor as Sammy is brought in to confirm the lie. Belle accuses Sammy of framing her in a moment of stupidity, since Sammy's already been cleared and admitted she was in the room with him, and she admitted that she shot him after the fact to try to cover up for Allie. So Belle, thinking even for a moment that Sammy tried to frame her, doesn't make any sense at all. Sierra tells Ben she's leaving Salem, and so he decides to kidnap her. Claire tries to talk him out of it, and the only reason why Ben doesn't kidnap her is because she's already with Theo and about to get on the elevator. Otherwise, he probably would have went through with it if he saw a clear way to do it. Yeah, that's what you want to do: kidnap a victim of that was violated, and and take her to a place that she don't want to go to, where she was almost ended twice. There's certain words you can't say on YouTube, so I'm trying to be strategic. Jan makes sure Trask gets the audio recording of John. Sean tells Sierra he found Hope and she's headed home, but Sierra tells him to have her meet her in Africa. So, so explaining why Hope doesn't come back to Salem. There you go. Sierra's going to Africa, so that's where Hope's going. Which made me actually feel a little better because I'm already don't like the idea of Theo taking amnesiac Sierra to Africa, where they're going to be friends. Knowing that her mother's going to be there too, and JJ, makes me feel a lot better that she won't be come back to Salem pregnant. So I like the idea of Hope in Africa too, because she's going to take care of her daughter and make sure Theo don't take advantage of her. When Rafe gets disappointing news that Hope isn't coming back to Salem, he decides to give into his feelings for Ava and kiss Ava. And it was a hot kiss too. That wasn't like a little smooch. That was a kiss. They was there for a while. That was like one of them Ben and Sierra kisses. So I'm looking forward to this. Jan teases Nicole about Erica forgetting they're married when she wants Ray for herself. So I don't remember the exact line, but I remember laughing when Nicole said something like, "I'm a married woman. I don't want Ray from a married woman." And Jan said something like, "Does Eric remember you're married?" It was funny. That's why, Jan's gonna get found out for what she did to Charlie, and she would be off the show sometime in May sweeps. But I really love the idea of a character like Jan sticking around. I mean, I think people would like Jan sticking around more than they like Gwen sticking around. So yeah, that sarcastic energy that she brings and telling people how it is, they need that on the show. Um, let's see. Kristen uses a mask to pretend to be Kate and to break up with Jake. Uh, Jack asked Gwen to move in when she says she's going to move to, I think, Philadelphia. When she agrees, she later has a miscarriage before she can tell anyone what happened. Abigail starts a fight with her at the top of the stairs, grabs Gwen. When Gwen pulls away, she goes tumbling down the steps. And she's going to say this week that Gwen's the reason why she miscarried, not that she miscarried in advance. She's going to use this to her advantage because she hates Abigail now even more. Allie and Trip have a moment in a hospital after he diagnoses Henry ear infection, and Dr. Snyder interrupts them, telling him how inappropriate that is and unethical it is for him to be like flirting with Allie when he's like doing his job or whatever. And even though he tries to explain, this isn't just some random patient. That's my nephew, and I'm interested in her off the clock. Snyder don't want to hear that. Ben and Trip have a friend discussion. Was interesting because Ben and Trip have been rivals. They never really been friends, but it would be interesting to see Ben have a friendship with both Jake and Trip. That would bring some sort of male bonding into the show because they don't show enough family love, friendship love, camaraderie. There's not enough of those scenes, so it would be nice for Ben and Trip to actually be friends. They're not fighting over the same woman anymore, so there you go. Katie McLean makes another appearance as Jennifer on the phone, and I wish she would just go back to the show. Just pay her her money. Bring her back. I want Katie back. So the actor of the week is, I'm actually going to give it to Emily O'Brien. I know that's probably going to be shocking to people because a lot of people don't like Gwen. But I think that Emily O'Brien has been doing a good job as Gwen with the script she's been given, where she's shown a nice range of emotions. Some people don't believe that Gwen loved her baby. And, I'm like, clearly Ron has shown that she loved her baby. She wanted her baby. She was willing to leave town. It was not a trick. And, she was rubbing her stomach and starting to like the idea of having a child. She wanted to know if it was a boy or a girl. And she went to the Demir mansion to do the right thing. She was even trying to tell Abigail that, she had a miscarriage before Abigail had her tumbling down the steps. So a lot of people who want to talk about Gwen's a schemer, she was just this close to being 100% authentic because she wants to be closer to Jack and have a father-daughter relationship. That means giving up her schemes against Abigail. But since Marcy Miller needs some maternity leave, they got to do something to get her off the show, so Gwen's going to blame her. The best moment of the week comes from Sierra and Theo looking miserable in the elevator. Now, after a whole month of Sierra telling Ben how much she hates him, when he gives her the engagement ring and she finds out it's from her father's motorcycle, she looks stupid. She looks like you could have bought her for $1. When that elevator door closed, Theo was looking down, looking all pitiful. And Sierra, Victoria Conefaw, I'm glad she's coming back because without any words, she just conveyed with her eyes her regret for the way she treated Ben and looking like she's having second thoughts about, Ben. And it was only a few seconds on the screen, But I could tell from that look exactly what she was trying to convey, that she was in shock and that maybe there's more to Ben than she thought. So, so that was my best moment of the week. The worst moment of the week came from my favorite character, Kristen. Another mask and another person in the wine cellar. That clearly people like Anna go down there and all the whole time. Plus, the when Jake comes in and tells Chad that Kate's missing, Chad didn't say, "Okay, let's go check the wine cellar." That's the worst moment. That could have been a great funny line, of like her trying to take Kate into the wine cellar. There's like two rooms down there. I know there was a collapse, but there's really two rooms down there. It would have been funny if she like dragged her to the other room. So, or it also leads out to that park or whatever. If she had to drag Kate out to the park while they check the wine cellar, and then when they're gone, she takes her in there. So I mean, they could have played with that moment because, I mean, I think a lot of viewers are tired of people being kidnapped and taken to the wine cellar that clearly they use on a regular basis. So thank you for watching. I'm Phoenix Tremayne. Let me know what you thought about the week of April 26th to 30th, and I will see you in the next video.